Once you've created a pivot table, you can pretty much trust that Excel has done its job properly and summarized or averaged or totaled or counted what you've asked it to. However, sometimes the numbers aren't quite so believable and you perhaps want to find out where the numbers have come from, which would involve going back to the raw data, perhaps applying a few filters and figuring out what Excel has done. Well, it's a little easier than that. For example, in our sales data 2020 pivots, it may be that I'm not too sure how 164.89 has come about as the total sales for England. All I need to do is double click 164.89 and Excel will drill down into the data. And what it does is it effectively filters for me those values that have been used to make up the 164.89. And it makes an extraction from the source data, which here is our sales data. I just need to widen that column. If I highlight the sales values, I can see that they add up to 164.89 down here in the status bar. Because it's effectively made an extraction of the data from the source data, there's nothing to now stop me using this information to create another pivot table, create a chart, or even move the sheet into a new book and email it to someone else for perusal. And this will go for any numbers at all in your pivot tables. So back into here, what about the 2,490? Double click, and the Thailand values are extracted again into another new sheet. So that sheet can be taken somewhere else, deleted when you finish with it, filtered on, create a chart, etc. Even in pivot 1, where we've got lots of different numbers going on, if I were to pick on a number and go, whoa, about the United States, 2988, double click, it brings through all the United States data, which has been used to build these numbers in pivot 1. So you choose a number in your pivot table, you're not too sure how it's come about, double click, an extraction is made of the data. So every single column, not just the columns that have been used to do the calculation, into a brand new sheet. So it's an extraction, it's not a filtered result. The sales data itself remains totally untouched. You have a new sheet with the extraction in, so that you're then free to carry out other information. And this goes for any number. So it's any number within the data area and any number in the summary. If I were to double click the total here, I get an extraction. Well, because I've double clicked the total, my extracted data is actually exactly the same as my raw data. I really find these drill downs quite useful if I'm connected to an external data source that I can't read directly. Then all I need to do is from my pivot table, double click a number. It will make an extraction into Excel for me, creating me a new sheet. I've got a few now that I'm then free to manipulate further. That's the drill down capability of Microsoft's pivot tables. Now, if you're creating pivot tables for other people to use and you don't want them to be able to drill down or even to drill down accidentally with a double click on the screen, then you can actually turn off, you can disable this drill down capability. So back in the pivot table you want to affect, make sure you are in the pivot table. From the Analyze ribbon, we choose Options and Options. And then from the Data tab, where it has a tick in Enable Show Details, we simply remove that tick. OK. And then when you attempt to double click a number, we cannot. We simply get a message that says we can't change this part of the pivot table. There is no drill down capability now on this particular pivot table because we've disabled it. So if that happens to you and you want to drill down, you can turn it back on by going to Options and Options, Data. Make sure the tick is in Enable Show Details. And then you'll be away with each double click on a numeric value within the grid to then pull out an extraction of data for further manipulation.